Middle Sunday at Wimbledon, a time for rest, relaxation and reflection. Not anymore.
That was from bit of frustration taken out on that forehand. Breathtaking stuff.
Wow, look at that intensity from Jaguar.
Hello and welcome to the Wimbledon Evening Show presented by Jaguar on what would traditionally be a rest day at the All England Club. For the first time though, play was officially scheduled to be on the middle Sunday of the Championships, and what a day it was. We had legends, young pretenders, home favourites, bookies favourites, and we even had a new team to cheer for on the hill.
Come on, team!
And here to take you through all that and more, well that's us, isn't it? So come on, keep up.
It's Middle Sunday at Wimbledon, and in a change from the normal schedule, we have play on the second day of the weekend.
The sun is shining and we have fourth round action and quarter-final places at stake.
It is a special day, this championship celebrating 100 years of this place, this centre court.
His name is Roger Federer!
I hope I can come back, like you said, one more time.
We hope so.
What a special moment for Heather Watson.
Well, for a young German called Euler, life is full of wonder right now.
In her debut, she must think this is easy.
I just want to say sorry that I had to kick out a British player today. I just tried to focus on my game, tried to focus to play point by point, and yeah, so it went well.
The last breath standing was outstanding. 3 straight.
I'm the last one left, so why not get behind me now even more and Yannick Sinner takes it in the battle of youth.
Jaguar back in a Wimbledon quarter-final.
This man, well, it's a home from home. His 14th fourth round here, Djokovic. Standing ovation for both men. 17th Wimbledon, 13th quarter-final.
Everything is special about the court. You know, all white, no advertisement. Everything is focused on players and tennis. And just thank you. Thank you for being here and making it even nicer. Thank you.
Well, it's great to have James Stewart back today, but yesterday, special birthday. If you waited one more day though, James, you could have shared it with Centre Court.
I should have waited, shouldn't I? If I only had 24 hours more, I could have had a better cake, I think.
Absolutely.
I'm sure they had a good one on Centre Court today.
Well, you're not quite 100, so you don't get the glory.
No, I do feel it today. It's been a good day, but a long day. It's first Middle Sunday we've had for a while. It's been a good time to be here.
And remaining on Centre Court today, James, obviously we've had all them legends in the building. 2 young guns coming through, Alcaraz, Sinner, but it was Sinner's day today, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2 more legends. I'm sure they're going to be there for a very long time as Centre Court turns 100. You've got 2 guys here going to be fighting out for the next few years. As you said, Sinner Bit of an upset today here on Centre Court. Alcaraz has been playing some great stuff. Both kind of coming into this, not much preparation on grass. Sinner was a bit of a wobble kind of midway through, but ultimately came through, and big shock here on this middle Sunday at Centre Court.
And a man who's already cemented his name in Centre Court history for about 6 times now, Novak Djokovic, and he's built on that today as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was out there today with the other legends, came back onto court. I mean, it's not a total surprise, to be honest with you. #1 seed, he put on a performance. He loves coming to this court. But a word on his opponent, Tim, you know, the wild card, real Cinderella story. Maybe there was going to be an upset, but Novak, being Novak, got the job done. Through to the second week he goes. As you said, not for the first time.
And it wouldn't be fair to not talk about the Brits, would it, James? We've got one left in the singles in the competition in Cam, but first let's start with Heather. Almost came back in the second set, but she couldn't quite get the job done today, could she?
No, not quite, but an amazing achievement for her. You know, she hasn't been this far ever, so this was a real first for her today, and you just wonder if it was a match too far. She's been here literally every single day. At Wimbledon, she's been playing doubles, mixed doubles. She pulled out of actually last night. So was that an element? You know, it takes a lot out of you mentally and physically playing all those matches, and maybe just a match too far. But she's back. She's still in the draw on the women's side in the doubles. So hopefully she can have some success there.
Absolutely, she's still here, and we love to have her here.
Yeah, stay here, Heather. We like you a lot.
But let's move on to Cam Norrie. He's of course still in the mix for the singles.
Yep.
We love to have him here too, don't
Flying the flag for the singles at the moment. Yeah, amazing story. Again, a day of his first time getting this far, and he progresses on. Really great story, great player. He's one of those players that, you know, has kind of, it's a really solid, steady season. He just keeps getting better and better, and you feel like he's starting to find his better form towards the end of the tournament, which is what you kind of want. You don't want to peak too early. Hopefully this journey is going to just get better and better for Cam Norrie. Certainly the crowds here will be hoping for more of the same.
And James, back to the women's draw. One lady I really want to talk about, Ons Jabeur. I mean, what a breath of fresh air she is.
Oh, she's great, isn't she?
And with the #1 seed now out, she stands a good chance, doesn't she?
Yeah, the women's draw, it's really opened up, and you've got to say probably at this point, she's probably the favourite. She's playing really nice stuff, that variation on both sides. I'm really excited to see her. And she's a great personality as well. I love, you know, for tennis, it's great to have people like this that transcend the game. She's doing great stuff for different continents in the world. So it's great that she can do it here at SW19 as well.
Right, James, we've got to get to my favourite match of the day, the absolute marathon on court #2. I'm still feeling the sweat from it.
You're not the only one. Tell you what, court 2's been treated to some cracking matches. 4,000 very lucky ticket holders over there. David Goffin coming through eventually, but I suspect a lot of the TikTok memes and highlights coming through in the next couple of days are going to be Tiafoe. What a personality, what a player, really popular here. We talked about this before, you know, it's great to see more. It's great for the game to have people like that, you know, people want to get behind and support, and, you know, we're shaking hands with crowd members and dive in for balls, and, you know, it's great to see that. But yeah, great, fair play to David Goffin, and on he goes.
Well, thanks, James, for today, but please don't go anywhere because we'll need you here to look back at tomorrow's play. For now, though, let's take a look at some of the lighter moments from SW19 on Sunday.
Ah, look who's in town. That is super cool.
Top up.
Got it. Well done, even with the slip. That's great to see. What? We have to see that point again.
That was the most dramatic point of the day, wasn't it? Hilarious.
Beautiful. Watch out, it's moving the umpire. I mentioned he likes a little bit of show occasionally.
Fun and laughter all summer holiday. No more worries for me or you.
Whoa, still, the rally goes on. For a moment, I thought Hernandez was going to launch himself at that ball, but he already went into row C anyway.
Oh, missed it. Like an outstanding movement from Tiafoe. Was there a collision? I think she's blushing. Well,
Sinner down and all right, and that is just the quality of the drop shot from Alcaraz. You see he's a high quality player, high quality sportsman as well.
Now, as we've already mentioned today, this iconic venue behind me is celebrating 100 years, a theatre of not just moments, but movements too. And the evening show's Rachel Stringer sat down with the Athletics' Charlie Eccleshare to look back at an incredible pair of sisters and their relationship with centre court.
As we're celebrating 100 years of centre court, we have to talk about two sisters, don't we? The Williams sisters, of course, they don't need any introduction. Serena and Venus, they've been here as long as I can remember.
Well, yeah, literally the first time they came to Wimbledon was '97, and that was the first time I came to Wimbledon. And I do remember there was this buzz about Venus Williams, who came, and they had braids in their hair at that time, and it was like there's this new tennis phenom, Venus Williams, and she came and she actually lost in the first round. But she then got to the US Open final soon after. But you heard these whispers, she's got a sister, she's got a younger sister who's even better. Yeah, and you think, no way. And they just start to dominate. Venus wins her first one in 2000, and then there's a period, a long time, where it feels like, it's one or the other. They're playing each other in finals or in semi-finals. And a very different kind of rivalry, because they are so fond of one another. They are very close in age, but also how close they are as friends and sisters. And so their matches sometimes lack the needle, say, of Borg McEnroe or Federer and Nadal, even though they had so much respect for each other. But as individuals, and they play doubles together, that was always an amazing thing. And they were so good. I mean, they were unbeatable for a time. But yeah, I mean, it was just, the amazing story of the two tennis outsiders, really, who were coached by their dad, who had learned how to coach from a set of videos. I mean, just extraordinary, the most untypical tennis background, and just so much the better for that they kind of came and shook up the sport. Very inspiring to see that, especially as a young I was very young at the time personally, just seeing these two youngsters coming in and beating the established players and doing it so fearlessly was incredible.
Like you mentioned, many finals when they've been up against each other, but how special was it? And are we ever going to see that again? Obviously, you've had the Murray brothers, the Yima brothers are here at the moment, but the Williams sisters being so dominant for so many years, and like you said, doubles, winning together on centre court, that doesn't happen very often.
No, I think that never say never, and I guess that's the nature of what we do with sport, and then we say this can never happen again. But I think their story, the way it'll happen, I think is so unusual, and one that I think Wimbledon has played a massive part in, because that's where they've both been so dominant. Venus won 5, Serena's won 6. Yeah, and both their games are both made for grass, both big servers. So yeah, I think this place has become almost synonymous with some of their successes.
And it'd be a great loss for the sport when they finally hang up their rackets. And I think that's what the likes of Harmony Tan said in her first round matchup against Serena, relishing the opportunity these players are to play not only Serena, but on centre court before she says goodbye to the sport.
Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, and that, again, what's so crazy is that a lot of people were saying Venus and Serena, when they were starting, they didn't just play tennis, and they picked and chose their events and, did other things. And it was always said, oh, they've got too many outside interests, and, are they going to, but, they're not focusing enough. And their longevity is unreal. I mean, Serena won her first major in '99. They've been going for such a long time. And I think it will be a terrible shame for the sport when they do decide to go. And I think it's up to them when they want to do that, if and when they feel ready. And Serena hadn't played for a year, super competitive on Tuesday. Just a real shame she couldn't quite get over the line. But it's up to her when she decides that enough's enough.
As a sports writer, if you were writing the opening line to their dual book when they retire, what would your first word be on the legacy they've left?
I think it would be about the inspiring a generation, or generations, plural, because they've been going for such a long time. I mean, yet that first Wimbledon I mentioned, '97, is 25 years ago. They've spanned such a long period of change in societally, but in sport as well. There are very few players now who won't have seen the Williams sisters or been touched by their story in some way.
Right, as if everything going on today is not enough, we've got more going on tomorrow, and we're going to welcome back James.
Hey.
What's caught your eye going on around the grounds today? We've got to start with the Aussies, don't we? 4 still in the mix, through to the round of 16 for the first time since 1999.
Yeah, real Aussie takeover here tomorrow, which is always a good thing. We've got De Minaur, who's had a fantastic tournament, actually quite quietly, in my opinion, playing some of his best tennis, coached by Leighton Hewitt. I'm really excited to see him. Obviously, we know Nick will be back. Which version of Nick turns up, I shall look forward to seeing. But it's always a great time when he's around, so good day on court.
Okay, and Rafa Nadal, everyone loves to see him. He's been taking a slightly different form of preparation this time out. Take a look at this. It doesn't matter what kind of preparation Nadal has, does it, James? He'll always put on a show, won't he?
No, Tea with the Queen, back to Wimbledon. He can literally do anything and always be a contender. It must be so disheartening seeing his name in the draw as a men's player, because it doesn't matter what surface it is, you know he's going to be competitive. He's transformed his whole game, transformed the way grass court tennis is played, and it's great to have him back here tomorrow. Looking forward to it.
Okay, moving back to the women's, 2019 champion Simona Halep. Could she have another run at another title?
Hey, why not? The women's draw is really open. The seeds are tumbling. You know, I can't remember a draw that's ever been so open. So I think everyone in that draw at the moment has a chance. They're looking over their shoulders, seeing what's going on. So no reason why not. It's a really interesting matchup that side, actually.
Well, thanks so much for joining us again, James. But before we go, let's take a look at the best social moments from around Wimbledon over the last few days. This has got to be up there for most titles in one Instagram post, and almost as many smiles on an amazing celebration of tennis on centre court. Talking of great champions, I think it's safe to say they never enter anything just for the experience.
Are you here for the experience, or are you going to go all the way?
You gonna write a good article or just halfway decent one?
I'll do what I usually do.
Us too.
And we're really not sure what's going on here, and I'm not sure anyone else is, but fair play to Yelena Ostapenko for going along with it. Well, that's it from a busier than normal middle Sunday, and we'll see you again tomorrow on Manic Monday.